One thing I really love doing is going out sketching on location, and another is looking at the supplies that other artists take with them when they go. So I thought I'd record a quick video showing what I take with me. First of all, sketchbooks. I usually take 2 with me, and these will vary from time to time, but at the moment I'm really enjoying using these by Seawhite of Brighton, an A4 plein air and an A5 size. I always make sure that I've got a couple of clips on the sketchbooks. I usually have a couple more in my bag just to make sure. Next, if I know that I'm going to probably be standing up or sitting somewhere slightly uncomfortable, I tend to take this nomadic easel by Stablo. You've probably seen these before, but they're very handy because you've got somewhere to put your brushes and a water cup. The great thing about them is they're magnetic, so you can put your metal palette on there. Obviously this wouldn't be so useful with the A4 size sketch pad, although I think people do use them, but with the A5 it's brilliant. You simply put the covers inside, find your page, and then just clip it. And that's really handy. It means I can hold everything with one hand and draw and paint with the other. This particular palette is, as you can see, very well used. It's just a mixture of colours put together, and I bought the tin empty from Amazon. And talking of metal palettes, I do have a new one which I'm about to try. I'm quite excited, so I'll tell you more about that later. The brushes are 3 travel brushes which just unscrew in 3 sizes, and the 3 brushes, once they're inside their lids, go in this case here. The cup is a silicone camping cup that folds up and has its own lid and a carabiner to clip it onto something. If I'm not taking the nomadic easel, I will take the Winsor & Newton field box. This is the one with the professional colours in. I do have the Cotman version too, which I have swatched and recorded another video for. These are great because they come complete with a water bottle, so you can keep your water in there. You can take it out and use this as a mixing area, or well, you can use that as a mixing area. Pour your water into here and that just clips on. And they do provide a brush, but that's really tiny. I've never used that brush. It also comes with a sponge at the end, but I use a small piece of towel, which also helps to keep the paints in place. And it all folds up neatly, and you're ready to go. Another useful item is an athletic wristband. I wear that to dry my brushes on. And so what I usually do is just attach my brushes to the Winsor & Newton field box and keep it all together like that. In terms of the actual pens and pencils I usually take a TWSBI Eco, a Sailor Fude 55 degree pen, and a Coico Sport. It might sound a bit overkill, but I have been in a situation where both of these have run out of ink. On the outside it looked like it had ink in it, but it was just on the outside of the barrel, and when I tried to use it, it was pretty much empty. So although I do try and remember to fill my pens up, it's nice to have a spare. And failing all of that, I have 2 fine liner pens. I have a watercolour pencil. I use a watercolour pencil so that I don't need to rub anything out. It just dissolves away when I start adding the watercolour wash. Hence I use blue so it doesn't interfere with colours like sky. I have a couple more clips, as it is usually quite windy in the UK. I have a water brush. I have a white gel pen. I also have a pencil. I've never actually really used it yet, but it's in there just in case, and it doesn't need sharpening. But I do also have in here a pencil sharpener. And all of this fits in this little pencil case, which has got a pocket here and also another pocket on the outside. So everything fits neatly in here, the stuff that I tend to use most in the outside pocket. And then that finds round here around my sketchbook. So everything's nice and compact. I also have a viewfinder. So I do find that I tend to draw everything a bit too big, hence I started A4 sketchbooks, but then I found I just drew them even bigger. I thought this might help. I haven't actually used it yet, but hopefully that will help. That's probably it for actual art supplies, but another handy item to take is a small pocket blanket. As I said, I am in the UK where it's quite often damp and wet. So if I want to perch on the edge of a wall or something, these are really handy. They're not particularly big. You can get bigger sizes. It is just about big enough to spread out on a park bench or on the edge of a wall and stop you from getting a wet bum. Another handy thing to have is a hip flask. just to carry a little bit of extra water but not take up too much room because it's nice and slim. But I probably won't be needing that because, as I mentioned earlier, I have got a new Schminker palette which I haven't tried yet. There's the water pot and it's got its own integral water bottle here. So you can fill that up, pour it in here, and then this clips over here like that. And you can fit a small travel brush in here too. So I'm really excited to try that out next week, and I'll video it and let you know how I get on. Well, I hope that's been useful. Thanks very much for watching.